Good morning. I'm out on the walk, on my morning walk with the dogs this morning. I've already been up for quite a while. I've probably already been on this walk for a good half an hour or more. And yesterday and the day before, I had some pretty rough days. Yesterday, I pretty much sat at home and kind of forced myself to try to do stuff to work. I have this, I don't know, it's like a procrastination, obsessive, I don't know. Every time I sit down to work on the computer, I start feeling like claustrophobic. Like I have to get up and move, I have to get up and move, I have to get up and run away. When I'm out on the walk, like I went over and I sat on the edge of the mountain over there and I was looking off into the view and I was planning all this stuff that I want to do, but it's always like that. I have all this stuff that I know that I can do. Thing is that none of it it's all planning for like, well some of it could bring in some immediate income, but for the most part it's like building things for the future. And so every time I sit down to do it, I start getting frazzled, like, is this gonna work? Am I putting my time on? I start questioning myself, and then it feels like I can't do it. And then when like months go by, I look back and I said, well, if I just would have sat down and done it for one day, then I would have had the answer. You know, some of the things that I want to do, it would take 1 or 2 dedicated days to do it, to sit and put my art up on Etsy. How long have I been talking about this? And then I don't do it, I don't do it, I don't do it. I procrastinate around it because it's a lot of work. It is. But once it's done, it's done. And also because I put up a couple of my art pieces on Etsy and they haven't sold. It's like digital art. But also it's only like a couple of things and it wasn't my best ones anyway. It was ones that I had and I figure I need to just start making movement in my life anyway. Make movement. So put up your art. Okay, so maybe this art won't sell, but maybe it'll open up another door that I'll figure out something else to do. Just make some movement in my life that's not just running around the mountains making videos, which seems to be pretty much all I want to do. This site here that I'm at now is my friend's property. It's really nice. He used to do camping here. There's all sorts of fruit trees and shade and passion fruit growing. Look at these passion fruit. Wow. But it's not zoned. He used to do camping here where people could come and set up their camping right here looking over the Sea of Galilee. See, it's beautiful here. Look at all of these passion fruit. They're not ripe. When they're ripe, they turn color. They become more like a light green or yellowish, but they're massive and they're beautiful. Sometimes they even turn like a purplish. Wow, it's just packed. Oh, there's one that's like, look. See these? This one is dry. The dry ones are good too. There's another one on the floor here that I can try. So I have all that work that I can do. And then on the twin flame, see, I think that is the big thing, because it's like I never have a relief. I get glimpses of relief and release. I get glimpses where I feel like, I don't know. So I feel like we're in separation again after that whole big thing with his mother. And I haven't spoken with his mother since either. But after that whole big thing, I don't even know. I called him yesterday and we talked for a little while, and he was telling me what was going on with him, and he's kind of busy with things that he's doing and building. And I think that he wants space from me. And yesterday I went down to the beach, and I have friends down there that I always meet. There's a group of friends that live there, and then there's like me, people that come and visit and stay for afternoons and stuff. And so I've come to know quite a few people over the last few years there. And yesterday I went down and there were some women there, and there's another girl that it's amazing when you get on this twin flame journey how you meet other people that are on the same thing. Is that I met this other girl, and it's undoubtedly she's in complete separation, and you can just see, you can just tell also by her ascending. She's rising. She's going through. And last time I saw her, she was in so much pain. And this time I saw her, and she seemed really, really, really good, in a good place. And she's always advising me, just get out of it, leave, leave, leave. She calls it, she says it's unhealthy, because any kind of relationship or love that I want to feel will feel good, not feel like crap all the time. She calls it a narcissistic relationship, which I can see what she sees, but I really don't see him as a narcissist. I see it as something different. And I just figure that until I get these things figured out and I go through it myself and get everything, resolved in myself, I'll get a clearer picture of what yes and what no. And she's the third woman that I've met that's on the twin flame journey that has decided just to quit, to pull away and not be on it, just to completely cut ties. Well, two that I know that have completely cut ties, and one that I know that just it says that we're never going to be in union, and they just email every few months back and forth. But it's also still a heart wrench. I just want to get to some kind of normalization. I want to be able to get excited about other things in my life, like my work. Yeah, I've been thinking lately, maybe do I want to meet somebody romantically that will, yes, I can just take my mind off of this, and maybe, sometimes by replacing something with something, it heals you in that place, or it allows you to move on from that place. I just don't I just can't muster up the excitement for it, or like, ooh, I'm gonna meet somebody, yay. I don't feel it. If I felt it, then okay. Like I was even debating, maybe if I go into a dating site. I know it's gonna, I don't know, the dating sites just seem kind of a big fat waste of time. Yeah, I don't think I want to do a dating site. Every time the option comes up in my mind, it stays there for maybe 2 seconds, and then I remember how boring it was, and it's just like, well, and Even when you meet somebody that you kind of think you like, it's always just you're making up your own stories in your head, and then you meet the person. It's like, oh, that's not what I thought. It's just kind of I don't know. It's like a emotional jerker. Like, get your hopes up, and get let down. Get your hopes up, and anymore it's like you don't even get your hopes up. It's all just like, and you talk two sentences with somebody on one of those dating sites and they're already asking what you're wearing. It's like, really? Is that what interests you? And if I shave, I wonder how they would like it if I didn't shave my legs. I just want to take all my focus back to me. Now I'm thinking maybe I shouldn't make these videos in the morning because they set up my day to be thinking about this, and it's not like I don't think about it anyway. Okay, well, that's going to be my update. That's long enough. And I'm saying that because I don't feel like I'm giving any kind of new information or any kind of really good insights to all of this. It's just kind of like just bringing my emotion to it. I'm still kind of going through, I think, the release. And like yesterday, everything that was said over the weekend about us not being and not being a couple, and then how the feeling that I'm interchangeable because we're not really family. So, it just made me feel like I'm not that important in his life. I've had friends that come and go in my life. And that's kind of the him ha energy around what he was saying. It's just kind of like, you're kind of in my life now, but you can kind of leave my life too. And then with the conversation yesterday of just kind of, I just feel like he's kind of fading me out of his life, which I guess is a lot easier, when it's done in steps. Like, I feel like it's done in steps. And then I know also, like, there's other parts of me that say the argument parts, right? The parts that come in and say, but wait a minute. I can see value that he gets from having a relationship with me. A connection with me. Forget about a relationship. Connection. But then even like our friendship connection, what kind of friendship is it if I all the time feel, first of all, like crap? And I always feel like he can choose if I get to come or don't get to come. It's like not even. And I'm always wondering, can I call him? Can I not call him? Can I call him? Should I call him? Shouldn't I call him? It's always like, I always have like that. And, with my friends, it's like I think of something and I call them and I ask them. There's no, all of that give, take. Am I going to feel this massive rejection every time I call him? It's like, make me feel like shit because I called him. Like, oh, what do you want? Or, it's like, I'm busy right now, itching my leg. How do you unhook yourself? That's what I'm looking at. Okay. I'm gonna go get busy. I'm gonna go wash my face. Maybe I'll allow myself to cry a little bit and then just lift myself up out of it. I'm sick of crying. I'm so sick of crying. I'm so sick of freaking crying all the time. I'm so sick of it. Yesterday I was thinking, I'm by myself so much of the time. Okay.